Good morning, YouTube friends. It's Amy coming at you for a overdue update. I missed weeks 8 and I just missed week 9, so I'm kind of coming at you today with a couple weeks update. Tammy reached out to me yesterday and said that she missed my updates, and Tammy, I really appreciate you saying that. First of all, let me get into some of the stats. So today is Friday, May 13th. Dun, dun, dun. I had my surgery on March the 10th, 2016 at Rex Hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina with Dr. Michael Tyner. Procedure that I had was a biliopancreatic diversion with a duodenal switch, which is also known as SIPS or SADI or loop DS. Highest weight ever was the beginning of my pre-op diet. It was 401. My surgery weight was 379. My last update, my weight at the time was 340.2, and as of right now, it is 331.8. So weight loss since surgery was 47.2 pounds. Weight loss since the beginning of my journey, which was, my highest weight, like I said, before my pre-op diet. Total weight loss was 69.2 pounds. So I'm making progress. I'm sticking to the plan, and everything seems to be going really well so far, kind of as I expected. I guess the reason I haven't done an update in a couple of weeks is I didn't really have a whole lot to report. Yeah, I'm still losing weight, which don't get me wrong, I'm super pleased with. Excuse me. I'm really pleased with, I'm really happy with. It's just, I don't know, I guess I didn't really feel like there's anything that I had to say that would be of any interest, I guess, as weird as that is. Okay, that was annoying me. So in the last couple of weeks, let's see, what's been kind of going on with me? Well, I've been kind of sticking to the plan really well. I'm getting about between 800 to 900 calories per day. I am happy to say that I have weaned myself off of one of my protein shakes a day. I was taking 2. So I take one in the morning just to get an easy 30 grams of protein in. And then I would take another one in my app for an afternoon snack to get another 30 grams of protein in, because my goal is to get between 80 to 100. And I've been getting closer to 100, which is good, I suppose. But I've been eating more and more foods, and high protein foods. So I don't necessarily need to take that secondary supplemental protein shake, a Premier protein shake in the afternoon, which is good. I don't want to be relying completely on protein shakes for the rest of my life. So I think this is good. So like I said, today is Friday the 13th. And so my 2-month surgiversary would have been just a few days ago. So I'm well past 2 months, and I'm glad that I'm only on to 1 protein shake a day. Sometimes I don't even take one. Like, for example, this morning, I am not having a protein shake, but I am having a coffee with 1 tablespoon of GenPro powder in it, which is 30 grams of protein. So I can still have my coffee. Sometimes I have decaf, sometimes I have caffeinated coffee. The good thing about decaf is I can count towards my water goal. I'm not sure if I can do that with caffeinated coffee too, but regardless, unless I'm feeling really, really sluggish or whatever, then normally I have decaf coffee just because it's easier. I don't want to, I've heard that, caffeine dehydrates you. I don't know if there's much truth to that, but unless I'm really needing some caffeine, then I just stick to the decaf, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I still get the flavor of coffee, which is really nice in the morning. So that seems to be going well. In terms of consuming water a day, I do track all my water that I drink. There's some people out there who could drink tons. Like, Jane Shrink, she says that her goal is to get 128 ounces of water a day. I don't see how that's possible. I think that's tremendous. I'm averaging probably around 80. The goal is 64, and I try to go beyond that, of course, but my problem is the whole balance between you can't drink any water 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after you eat. So that, I think, throws me off a little bit too. So anyway, I'm okay with doing 80. I would like to ratchet that up, of course, because I know that will also aid weight loss. But the thought of doing 128 blows my mind. Janie, I don't know how you do it, but kudos to you. Same thing with walking. So I'm still walking 5 days a week. Well, on the treadmill 5 days a week. And that seems to be going really well. It's certainly getting easier. I feel like I definitely have more stamina. I can go longer. I'm not as sore as I was in the beginning. You know, like my feet would hurt and my back would hurt and all that stuff. Sometimes that happens, don't get me wrong. But it seems to be going well. So I'm doing that 5 days a week. I know there's some of my viewers out there and some of the people that I subscribe to, like Brick Rat. She walks like, I don't know, 47 miles a day or something like that, which is impressive. You know, so she's got her job where she does a lot of walking, and then she does a lot of walking on her own too, which I think is super admirable. I wish I could get to that point, and hopefully I will one day, but I'm just not there yet. What else can I talk about? So remember it might have been my last update, or maybe it was a couple updates ago, I mentioned that I had found some jeans at the bottom of my closet that were old jeans, and you know, I hadn't been able to wear them in a really long time because they were too tight, so I didn't wear them. So I had 3 pairs of jeans in there, one of which fit just right, one of which was too big, and one was a little too snug. It's like I'm Goldilocks. So one was too snug, one was too big, and one was just right. So those are the ones I've been wearing. But it was funny, one day, it was last week, I had to run out to the store really quickly. It was like 4 o'clock on a Friday. I had to run out to the store to grab something, and I wanted to go quickly before all the crazies came out, right? In rush hour and all that. And I was just, you know, bumming around here at the house, and I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, but it was a little too chilly out. So I ran upstairs really quickly to grab some long pants to put on so I could run out to the store. So those jeans were still out kind of on the side. So I grabbed one of them, and I grabbed the ones that were a little too big. Big deal. I'm just running up to the store. Who cares if they're baggy? So I'm in the store, picking up my things, and there's not a lot of people in the store, which is great, because everybody's presumably still at work or traveling home. But anyway, so I'm in an aisle, putting some stuff in the cart, and my pants fall down. Like, pants fall down to my knees. Thankfully, nobody was in the aisle with me when that happened. But if there was like some security dude in an office capturing that, that's great. That's awesome. So that was, a non-scale victory, but at the same time, it was completely mortifying. Pretty embarrassing, but you know what? It happens. There are worse problems to have, I suppose. So, suffice it to say, I will not be wearing those jeans anymore unless I get a belt. So, I thought that was pretty funny, and I'd share that moment of humility with the entire world. Last week I did have a little bit of I had my first, I suppose, low point during this journey. I think I've been fairly optimistic. I've been fairly realistic. I hope I have been anyway. But my husband and I went out to eat. We went to a seafood restaurant. I'm here in North Carolina, and we've got lots of really great seafood here. So we went to this local place, just a little kind of hole in the wall, a little independent place, which we really enjoy. And I really wanted to have some crab legs. Now, crab meat is super high in protein, hardly any fat, hardly any carbs. And of course, I didn't have anything with the butter, but I had the seafood sauce. And so that was really good. It was really good. So I was super excited. I can remember in my pre-op days going for seafood and going for crab legs, like a pound of crab legs, which is like 2 little clusters, right? 2 clusters. You don't yield a lot of meat out of those crab legs, and they take a long time to get the meat out of them. So I can remember back in my pre-op days, we go there, we get a pound of crab legs, and by the end of it, I would also have some side, like a side of coleslaw, a side of something, as well as like hush puppies or something like that. And then by the end of it, I wasn't full. I wasn't super hungry. Sometimes I was still hungry, actually. But I wasn't totally satisfied. But now I thought, you know what? I'm going to go get some crab legs because number 1, it's not going to yield that much meat, which is great because I can't eat that much anyway. And number 2, it takes a long time to get the meat, to crack the legs and get the meat out. And that's good for me because it encourages me to kind of slow down while I'm eating. So I'm like, this is going to be a great idea. So we went there and I got them. And oh my God, they were so good. Oh, they were so good. It was so tasty. So it was really good. I was cracking them, taking my time, eating really slowly. And I probably got through about 2 or 3 crab legs, and then I felt it. I'm like, I was not that I felt, you know, sick or anything, but I could feel that I was starting to get full. And I got like mad, like indignant, like I'm just starting to enjoy this, and now I'm done. Like, and it's just, I don't know. I just had a weird reaction to it, like just anger, like rage, really. And I was just like, is it going to be like this forever, that I can't enjoy food? I understand that my relationship with food is changing, and I knew that was happening, but I guess in that situation, I just wasn't prepared for it, and I got angry, and I was just like, is this what it's going to be like forever? Like, I had I was going to say a good relationship with food. It probably wasn't good at all, but it was, nevertheless, it was a big part of my life, and so I enjoyed going out to eat. I enjoyed doing all that stuff, and now I didn't, just because I was like, it tastes so good, and I was really getting into it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I can take my time and really, really enjoy this. And it did taste delicious, and my stomach said, stop, you're done. After, like, by the end of it, I probably ate more than I should have. I forced myself to eat more than I should have, but that's what happened. And I got angry. Just like, it's just not fun anymore. I don't enjoy it the way I used to. So, and crab legs, let me tell you, is not something that you can just necessarily bring home and save for later. So, my husband had the last half of my pan of crab legs. This is on top of what he ate, which is, you know, a basket full of fried baby shrimp and fried scallops or clam strips or something. I don't know what it was, but it looked delicious, let me tell you. And my crab legs were great. I just couldn't enjoy them for as long as I want to, and I suppose I understand that's the whole point of the surgery, is to stop eating when you should, but I just I don't know, it was just a low point for me, and I just, like I said, I got mad. And I understand most days I'm going to be really positive and everything. I think I was just super excited about it, and I was really geared up that I thought it was going to be a really great idea. It was going to be really good for me, and it was great. Like, when I logged the food in my Fitness Pal, like, it was like protein off the charts. It was super great. Hardly any carbs at all, really, and I think not very much fat at all. So it was really good food. I just couldn't eat a lot of it. So we'll see. Lesson learned. And, you know, I'm not sure about you guys out there who are post-op. I'm sure you notice that some days you have big tummy days and you have little tummy days. And by that I mean that some days you can hold a lot more volume in your stomach. Sometimes not so much. Sometimes, you know, your eyes are big in your belly. You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to annihilate that whole bowl of whatever. And it might not be a very big bowl, certainly, but, and then, nope. You just do it. And I think I've mentioned this before in my videos. It's just, I'm still kind of getting used to the whole concept of my stomach will override anything my taste buds have to say. It trumps everything. So that's kind of interesting. And it's still something that I'm getting used to. But obviously, whatever, this tool that I've, you know, gone through the pain of having it done, the surgery and everything, it's working. I mean, I'm down almost 70 pounds so far, and I'm just only barely 2 months post-op. So it's working. Yeah. What else can I say? What else is really going on? Not a whole lot. I mean, spring, it's almost a couple weeks. It'll be the long weekend here, Memorial Day, and here in the States, and for my friends up north in Canada, looks like May 24 is coming up pretty soon too. So that means the start of the summer season. So we're doing a lot of work outside, getting in some good steps and some good exercise. It's already starting to get very warm down here in the south, like really like humid, muggy, that sort of thing. And that sort of atmosphere, that sort of environment outside when it's muggy and humid and stuff, that is not conducive for me doing a whole lot of exercise. So I've been doing more and more on the treadmill, really. I am, as of, I don't know, a week or two ago, I am officially 6 months since I quit smoking, which is good. I think I've broken all my habits here at the house, you know, like, smoking outside on the patio, on the back porch. When I got in my car and I went anywhere, I would always, like, light up a smoke. So I think I feel confident that I don't get those cravings anymore. No, excuse me. kind of keeping an eye on work too. So I feel confident with that. As I mentioned before, you know, in about a month and a bit, I'm going on vacation, and we'll see how the not smoking goes there. In terms of food that I've been eating, I've really been trying almost everything. I mean, the stuff that I'm supposed to be trying. I think I'm supposed to be officially still on soft foods until my 3-month post-op appointment. But that's not happening. I'm just eating whatever it is I want to. Like, by soft foods, they say, you know, actually, hold on, I can tell you. It's been a while since I've looked at this, I don't even remember. So, soft foods, they had a specific list of foods that I should avoid on the soft foods. Some of which, of course, I am avoiding. Some of which I am not avoiding. Okay. Okay, so I'm supposed to avoid things like fresh bread, sticky rice. I think fresh bread because it'll form a ball of dough in your stomach, and that's not good. But fresh bread, sticky rice, pasta, mac and cheese, and peanut butter. I've not had any of those things at all. And I don't plan to really have those very much, perhaps in moderation long term, but like I've told you in other videos, I'm afraid to try bread because I'm afraid not that it will make me sick, I'm afraid that it will not make me sick, and then I'll crave it more and more and eat it more and more, and then what the hell's the point of even doing this? So one thing they say that to avoid that I have been eating is raw vegetables. I've been having salads. I've been doing, you know, cucumbers. I've been eating cucumbers as, you know, like crackers. I do try to take the skin off though, because they say that doesn't digest super well. I've been, they say to avoid nuts and seeds. I have been eating nuts. I've been eating my pumpkin seeds, my curry flavored pumpkin seeds, and dry roasted edamame. I love edamame, so I've been eating that. I have not been eating popcorn, chips and crackers. I've not certainly been eating any chips. I have some crackers. They're kind of like crackers, but they're really super thin, and they've got really good macronutrients on them, so I have those occasionally. Coconut, I'm having iceberg lettuce. It says they're not supposed to have. I think because it's really fibrous and it's hard to break down your stomach, but I've been eating that almost every day. I take like a pound of ground beef and I add some, you know, taco seasoning. I get the 93.7 ground beef, so it's really, really lean. And then I mix that, and then I divide it into like, I think 5 or 6 portions is in the recipe. And then basically every day for lunch after I do my workout, I have like a taco salad. So it's just like iceberg lettuce, that taco meat, some cheese, some salsa, and some Greek yogurt in lieu of sour cream. And I have that every day, and it's awesome. And I think it gives me, I think it's 200, I think it's like 220 calories for the whole thing. No, it's less than that. I think it's right around 200 calories for the whole thing, and 19 grams of protein. So I do that every day for lunch, and it's totally fine. It sits well in my stomach, and I feel like it's good. It's a good bang for my buck too. I had to try a bite of my husband's steak, and it did not sit well. So I'm still staying away from things like steak, and I understand that those things are hard to digest too. So I've not been doing that at all. Everything else. So I guess that's pretty much it. I have been avoiding things like full fat sour cream. Like I said, I use Greek yogurt instead. Mayonnaise, same thing. I use Greek yogurt. Sausage. It's funny. Like turkey sausage seems to be sitting okay. Chicken sausage does not. Just doesn't sit well in my stomach. I don't get sick or anything, but I just feel uncomfortable. Like, oh, that doesn't. I don't know if that's agreeing with me. That sort of thing. I'm not eating anything fried, of course. And it's so funny when you go out to restaurants and stuff like that. Everything is either fried or comes with bread and rice or whatever. Just tons and tons of shit. So I'm just, I don't know, just not eating that stuff. And that's okay. It's just your options are really limited, which is probably why I was so excited about the goddamn crab legs that I couldn't eat just because I was full. Anyway, that's about it. Like I said, I hadn't really provided any updates because I didn't have a whole lot to say. I see videos all the time of all of you guys who are posting stuff about your you know, your journeys and your trips, and everything's going super well, and that's super great. You always seem to have really exciting things to say. I just don't. adjusting to my new life with all this. I'm enjoying life, don't get me wrong. We're going out, we're doing things. Some people are starting to notice. They're saying that my face seems a little bit slimmer or whatever. And when my pants are not falling down in the middle of the store, you know, I feel pretty good about going out in public, a little more confident too. That's about it. Just been, when I'm not doing my exercise and stuff like that, there's a few video games. I don't know if any of you all are gamers, but the new Drake's Fortune just came out the other day, so I will be balls deep in that probably this weekend. And then of course, Game of Thrones. I'm not sure if you can see my shirt, Hodor. So Game of Thrones, my husband is a huge Game of Thrones fan, so we are very, very deep into that, And if, for those of you who are fans, I'm not sure, spoiler alert, stop watching if you're not up to date on Game of Thrones. I'm really thinking that they're about to prove my longtime theory correct in the show. I am thinking that Jon Snow is about to find out his background, in the sense that he was not Ned Stark's son. He's actually Ned Stark's nephew. And when Lyanna Stark was stolen by the Targaryens a long time ago, remember Robert Baratheon started the whole war over her. I think she actually went willingly, and she fell in love with the Targaryens, and she had a Targaryen's baby, which was Jon Snow. So Jon Snow is half ice from the Stark, and then half Targaryens half fire from the Targaryen side. So I think he's a perfect combination of fire and ice, and I think he is the rightful heir to the throne, and I hope he takes it from the Lannisters. So I think he has lots and lots of power, and I'm really excited for them to kind of pursue that storyline, because that's something that we've been thinking for a long time, that the Honorable Ned Stark would never have a bastard. He would never cheat on Catelyn. Wouldn't you agree? Anyway, sorry about that. It's kind of an unrelated rant. But like I said, we're really into the show. Okay. My work is starting to spin up now, so I need to go get in on that. But I hope you all are doing well. I'm sorry for the overdue update. I'll try to think of more things to say, I suppose. I just ramble. It's been 22 minutes and I've just been rambling about nothing. Thank you for sticking with me, y'all. I really appreciate it. I love you all to death. I continue to watch your videos, so thank you for checking in with me. All right, talk to you later. Bye.